This video we are going to do the setup of your Tradeguardx account. So when first time you come into Tradeguardx, you need to click on get started. Here you're getting two options to sign up. One, you can enter your full name, email and the password and you can continue, or you can directly sign up with a Google account. I'm clicking Google account here. Then you will get a 7 days of free trial. I'll click let's go, and then you see that you are in the overview page. Here you have a full guide section where the first step you need to create a trading account. Then you have to connect your Tradeguardx with the Delta API keys. Then you have to set your rules and you can enable the notifications so that you can receive when you're trading. So first thing first, we are going to create the trading account. I'll click on trading account. Here I'm getting an option to add trading account. I'll click add trading account. If you see, we are getting Delta Exchange as an option. Tomorrow you can get Coin DCX and Cosmic as well. I'll click Delta Exchange and I have to name my account. So I'll give Delta Exchange. Now it is not mandatory that you have to give Delta Exchange to be specific. You can give anything. Now the steps are shown here. So the first step is you need to open your Delta Exchange and get the API keys. And while creating the API keys, you need to whitelist the IP of Tradeguardx so that they send the notifications to us that what you're trading. Okay, so here we have a link. I'll click on Delta API keys. It will bring me here. The other way of doing is you can come into Algo Hub, and here you can see that we have APIs, and it took you to the same page. Now I'll click on create API key. Make sure you're selecting your main account where you are going to trade. So I selected main. Now I'll give Tradeguardx test 1 and I have to whitelist the IP. I can come back to Tradeguardx trading account page and you have to copy the whitelisted IP and paste here. Make sure you select trading as an option here. If you will not select this, we will only have a read access of your account and we won't able to trigger kill switch or cooldown while you're trade. So I'll click create API key now. Let me get the email verification code and the two-factor authentication. 529425. Perfect. Now I'll go to authenticator and 806909. Perfect. So here we have our API key and the secret. I will copy the API key. I'll come to my Tradeguardx account. I'll paste the API key and again the same action for secret, and I'll paste the secret. Once I have done with the setup, I'll click on create and connect. Perfect. If you see, your Tradeguardx account is now connected with the Delta Exchange. Now I'll come again back to overview section, and if you see, the first two steps we have already completed. Now you have the third step. You can set your rules. There are two ways of setting rules. You can click here, it will bring you to the rule section, or you can directly come on the left nav bar and you can click the rules. So the first rule is daily loss protection. It is basically the amount that you can lose in a single day. So if I have a $1,000 account, I'm setting that I should not have a loss of more than 500, and I also need a warning so that I know that I'm pretty close to my losses. So I put 375 as a warning signal and I'll save. Now daily profit target, I'm going to put 750, which means that this is the amount that I want to take home in a single day. That doesn't mean that you cannot have more than this. Let's say you're having a trade which is running on $1,000 profit. If you close that trade, then the next trade you won't be able to take because you have already set a $750 of a daily target amount. I will save and enable. The next rule is risk per trade. It is basically the percentage of your overall account that you're going to put in a single trade. So let's say I put 3%. So my single trade should not be more than 3% of my total amount which is in my trading portal. Now max drawdown log. I'm going to say that okay, 5 to 10% is a number which I feel that I should not lose on a single account. Then I have a max trade per day. I am going to define 6. So in a single day, I cannot take more than 6 trades. Then I have a close after n losses. So you can define your soft cooldown and hard locks. So what does that mean? If you're having 3 losses back to back, again, this number is totally configurable. If you have 3 losses back to back, you can put 3 hours of cooldown. And if you have 5 losses on a single day, you can put 12 hours of lockdown. Save and enable. We also warn you when you do not put your stop losses. So you can put a time that at what time you want to notify if a single trade does not have a stop loss. So I'm configuring 30 seconds so that if my single trade is running and we don't have a stop loss for 30 seconds, we will get notified.